Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and I am Andy Hamilton, your play-by-play commentator. It's the SFL on YouTube. Week 12 action at the Lions Den. The I-95 rivalry is renewed here in Tallahassee as the Pride look to cap off a perfect season. The only team that stands in the way are the Carolina Skyhawks here in Week 12. Again, I am Andy Hamilton. I'm joined by Justin McCormick. Justin, we have a quality game for you here today. Tallahassee on the quest for perfection. Carolina is going to have to try and stop them. What are they going to have to do today to make that happen?
Well, Carolina's going to have to watch the deep ball here in this one. Tallahassee likes to fling it deep to Wilson and to Gossett, so they're definitely going to have to cover them pretty good. The other thing they're going to have to watch out for is turnovers. If they can force some turnovers, it would be good for them, but they themselves need to hang on to the football as well.
It's the I-95 rivalry, It's 79 degrees and partly cloudy here at the Lions Den. It's Carolina coming in at 3-8 to take on Tallahassee, who has fought their way to 11-0, has got themselves a home playoff game and is looking to become another team in the SFL ranks to remain undefeated throughout the regular season. The ball is teed off. Tallahassee will kick. Carolina will return, and this return will be brought out all the way to the 30-yard line, and that is where the Carolina offense will set up shop.
And like you said, it's the pursuit of the perfect season. The last team to do it in the 12-0 format that we have. 12 weeks worth of wins for the Louisville Wolfpack in season 7, but they did lose in the championship game, just for record. And thanks for Ramos Lynn for that information.
So Carolina trying to keep them from getting that perfect record. Mark Biddix fires on first down, and it's incomplete across the middle. He was trying to hit Tristan Dieciséis.
Yeah, Dieciséis was there in a spot. That was kind of a hard spot to put that ball, but he trusted his receiver, just didn't complete it there.
Carolina coming in with a number 17 ranked offense, averaging 19 points per game. Going to have to try and do a little bit better than that if they're going to beat this high-powered Tallahassee team who has been ravaging competition all year. Biddix on second down, fires down the middle of the field. It's picked off. The Tallahassee defense has the first turnover of the game, and they have great field position to start this one off. It's Anthony Wyo with the interception.
Wyo, did you throw it over the middle? Anyway, defensive pressure there caused that one. So Wyo just playing his spot there, and a beautiful catch by him. But yeah, the Tallahassee D-line was definitely all up in Biddix and caused that turnover.
It is the 20th interception for Mark Biddix this season, and it sets up Tallahassee already in Carolina territory for their first possession. Christian Christensen will lead the number 1 ranked SFL offense onto the field, dropping back, firing down the seam, caught, perfect throw to the 27.
It definitely was a great read. Christensen's been tearing up defenses all season long. He's found his targets. He's put it in places. He has made mistakes, but more successes than mistakes, and that helps to win ball games.
One throw, one first down. Caleb Connolly on the reception, and that'll set up 1st and 10. Carolina shifting to one deep safety. The handoff will go up the middle, down the left side. Connolly is able to pick up 7 as he has touched the ball on both plays of the opening drive for Tallahassee.
I expected Inyola to actually get that one, but Conley had it. It was a good run by him. Lowered the shoulder, took the hit there, give him 7 yards. That's a good setup for a second down.
4-3 look out at Carolina. Christensen will read that and change the play at the line. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 2 in the backfield. They will give to Eniola here. With space, down the left side, all the way to the 10-yard line. Jay Eniola, a new set of downs for the Tallahassee Pride.
That's what's making this team dangerous anymore is Eniola has started to establish himself as a runner. If it wasn't for the lack of carries, he could definitely be up there with his opposing running back today, A.J. Francis.
So a new set of downs, first and goal for Tallahassee. 4 receivers split out. They'll give the handoff up the gut to Eniola, and he will pick up 4, and now Tallahassee will go hurry up. On second and goal, Christensen fires, back of the end zone, caught. That is a touchdown for Ken Gossett, and Tallahassee strikes first.
That's 40 touchdowns for this team this season. I believe that puts Gossett and Wilson both at 20 apiece, something like that. But, man, that's just 40 touchdowns through the air for Christensen this season, and we just getting started here.
So Tallahassee will take the early 6-0 lead. They will try and add the extra point. If you are trying to keep up with today's games, make sure you keep up on ScoreStream, the app where the SFL is tracking live scoring throughout all of today's contests, including the other one going on between Chicago and Sioux Falls. All that tracking will take place throughout the playoffs. The playoffs are coming here to Tallahassee starting next week with an opponent to be determined. There's our little ScoreStream bug. Make sure you follow that and keep up with the scores for not only today's games, but the playoffs, which are coming very, very soon, starting on Wednesday for wild card matchups. Carolina will have their second chance at the ball as this return will bring them up to the 33. Coming off the interception, what did you see in the last drive, Justin, that could be improved going here into the second one?
Well, they're definitely going to have to try and keep possession of the ball if they want any chance of winning this game. They need to get A.J. Francis involved early and often as well. But we'll see what Biddix does here.
Yeah, Tallahassee giving up 111 yards on the ground per game. Carolina would probably like to take advantage of that. They will swing it out here, and that will be a nice 5-yard pickup on first down. Francis taking the ball out of the backfield.
And that's the other option. Francis is pretty good about getting the ball and moving upfield. He definitely has some numbers going for him, which I'll share here in just a moment.
2nd and 5 from the 38. Tallahassee showing a 4-3 with all 4 defensive linemen on the field. Carolina spreading them out with 4 receivers. Biddix looks to throw. Quick dump off left side. That is caught, and moving forward for a first down is Tristan Diesi-Sace to the 43.
And Diesi-Sace is definitely one of the big reasons this team is got scores and got some wins here. They only got 3 wins on the season, but Diesi-Sace is definitely one of the reasons they do have some of those victories.
Biddix to throw again. Moves in the pocket, dumps off to Francis. Francis upfield, and he will pick up 5 despite having to tiptoe that sideline.
Yeah, that was great by him. I'm surprised they haven't run it so much yet because A.J. Francis is the leading rusher coming in with 1,622 yards and 5 touchdowns coming into week 12.
They'd be running into the teeth of that defense. Tallahassee is the number 5 defense in the SFL coming into week 12. Biddix looks to throw, under pressure, hit as he threw, and it's incomplete out of the hands of A.J. Francis. He was wide open in the middle of the field as Tallahassee brought the house.
I don't think that was his fault, though. I think that ball came in a little awkward. Yeah, it was a duck, and Francis just couldn't get his hands on it.
He would have turned and had at least 5 to 7 yards before anyone was in the area.
Yeah, I think Mike Johnson was there harassing Biddix on that throw, so no surprise there that was incomplete.
Tallahassee very good on 3rd down, only giving up 37%. They'll give to Francis, and he is stuffed.
Oh, man. Man, I thought it was only March. I didn't think it was November's Thanksgiving turkey.
Nothing doing for A.J. Francis. Carolina will have to punt. Their second drive stalls out. Tallahassee gets the ball back with an early 7-0 lead.
Here I come, Butter. I'm coming. I'm about to punt.
Punt is away. Carolina wearing white with the blue pants. Tallahassee in purple shirts and white pants. This time they will start their drive at the 14. Good special teams coverage from Carolina.
Yeah, that definitely helps out. So Carolina, though, has got to find a way of getting into the opposing territory if they want any chance of this game. This is Tallahassee's second drive, and they'll start deep. So Carolina's defense has got to come up strong here.
3 receivers split out for Christensen, and offsides will give him a free 5 yards as Eniola is brought down at the line of scrimmage, but they will take the free 5 yards. Early jump from the defensive tackle, it looked like.
Yeah, a little antsy there. Let's see who that one was on. 93.
It's going to be Christopher Colon, the defensive tackle, contracted player. And this is, I think, a good time for Carolina's contracted players to show what they have heading into next season because, you know, anyone can be a star in any of these SFL games, and heading into next season, no one's roster spot is guaranteed as there are no contracts in the SFL, only re-signings. Everyone is a free agent at the end of every season, so this is a good time to show what you got, because this could be the last time you're on the field. As they stuff Eniola, he'll only get a yard as Cologne makes up for the play there, kind of just as I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you definitely got to show these teams that you're not only are you willing to stay, but why you should stay. You know, make big plays and you know, be a good teammate and everything like that.
2nd and 4. Christensen stands in the pocket, hit as he threw, completes to Gossett, crossing the middle to the 27, and Tallahassee has another first down.
And speaking of contracts and people staying places, I guarantee if you know, Gossett and Wilson stay on this Tallahassee team, it's going to be, especially with Christensen back there at quarterback, it's going to be trouble again next season for this league.
1st and 10 from the 27, ticking down closer and closer to 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Christensen fires, and that is a contested grab, and they'll give it to Ken Gossett on the sidelines. Great coverage from Pierre Luyendula, but Gossett gets the best of him.
Yeah, that was great coverage. I mean, man, if he was any closer, he would have been in the guy's jersey.
He's painted all over him. And Gossett's able to haul it in. An incredible catch. Kind of just shows you the difference between Tallahassee and some of the other teams, because I guarantee you with that coverage, you know, 17 teams in the SFL don't make that completion.
You're right.
It's a delayed handoff to Eniola. He is crunched, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
He had to fight just to get back to the line there. That was good run stuffing defense by Carolina there. They keep this up, then they might actually be able to make Christensen make some mistakes.
Shotgun alone for Christensen. Stands, fires down the field. Tipped and picked off! Carolina has a turnover, and the Skyhawks take the ball back at the 49.
And that's exactly as I just said. They were in the dime package, and they were waiting, as showing Kip Edwards here, as it one was tipped there, and Edwards just in the right place at the right time, gets it, and now it's Carolina ball.
The non-contract cornerback trying to show that he deserves a spot on an SFL roster heading into next season, and Carolina has good field position for their 3rd drive of the game. 4 down linemen. Biddix will change the play at the line. 2 in the backfield with him. 3 receivers spread out, and Biddix will throw. Quick fire across the seam, and it is caught. I believe that is Tristan Diaz again, who's already making a mark on this game.
Yeah, he's definitely doing the work. He's trying to get his team back into this. He wants to make a statement by whooping these Pride players.
Now a heavy set out of Carolina. 4-3 look out of Tallahassee. 1 receiver to the bottom of the screen. A.J. Francis, the far back. They will swing it to him out of the backfield. He is stood up and dropped without picking up a yard. A nice play by Tallahassee to keep Carolina from moving any further down the field on 1st down.
Yeah, that was a nice little swing pass. A good idea to go to him, but the one guy that was there, 59, not sure who that was, but he made a great tackle.
Biddix looking to throw on second down. Another check down to Francis, and he has stood up, and he'll actually lose a yard on this play. Tallahassee seems to be pursuing to the ball very, very well. That was number 35, Anthony Wyo, who had the interception earlier.
Yeah, definitely good read by them. Carolina's going to have to try and throw it a little deeper here. They got to watch it, though.
5 receivers spread out for Biddix. Carolina averaging 45% on third down coming into this game. Biddix stands in the pocket under pressure now, firing down the field. It is picked off and taken away. Down the sideline, it's Alex Bond, the strong safety, who has the takeaway.
Oh, yeah. He made a great play there. He read that one all the way, found it, and jumped on it.
Yeah, it looks like that ball just needed to be placed a little bit deeper. I believe Tristan Diesi-Sace was the intended receiver again, as they are trying to force feed him the ball.
You know, even if it was deeper, the way Alex Bond plays, hey, he probably would have read it deeper round, probably still would have had the pick, at least in my mind. He's a great player for Tallahassee.
So 1st and 10 from the 28. Possession changing hands quite a bit so far. The handoff is to Eniola. He will fight forward, continues driving the legs, and he'll pick up 9.
See, early this season, Eniola wasn't really involved a whole lot, wasn't getting a whole lot of carries. He has earned himself a spot on this team as a premier runner, especially good in a pass-heavy offense like this.
Second and 1. They'll need 3 feet for the first down. The handoff to Eniola, and he won't get it. Nice play there by Carolina to stall him way short of the first down. It's Larry Bear who stops him and brings up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it was a good read by him. He made a good stop on Eniola. If Eniola would have kept trucking, he could have had that, but Bear said no.
Strong eye pro. The handoff to Eniola, who angles towards the sideline, finds the edge, and is able to find his way to the 49, which moves the chains.
And see, that's why this team is dangerous. Not only do they got the huge passing threats with Christensen back there, but Eniola is great at reading his blocks and following the perfect lanes to be able to get downfield, as he got a huge gain there.
So Tallahassee has already clinched the number 1 overall seed. They will either play Oklahoma City, Indianapolis, or San Antonio at home in the quarterfinal round of the SFL playoffs, which will take place on Monday, April 2nd at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. So if you're a Tallahassee fan and you're wondering what is coming for you in the playoffs, there's the information. You have the number 1 seed. You are just worried about who you're playing come Monday, April 2nd.
Yeah, trying to think who would be a real tough matchup for Tallahassee. Just not sure offhand.
Well, the Oklahoma City Renegades have had a really good end to their season. I'd like to see them continue that into the playoffs here. Christensen firing, tipped up in the air, landed on someone's foot, and it was then caught. Tallahassee has a first down conversion, and I'm going to have to see a replay on this one because that was some incredible handwork from Trevor Swain.
How in the world? Oh, wait a minute. We've seen this. Oh, it laid on top of him, and it never hit the ground. That is one of those miraculous plays there.
Scott LaRue, get out your GIF machine because that deserves to be a GIF coming on Discord to you. Eniola on the new set of downs can't pick up a yard. He'll actually lose one. I'm still in shock from what we just saw.
Yeah, going back and looking at it, you know, it was laying on the back legs. We saw something like that out of the NFL. I hate bringing this up, but, you know, it landed on the back of a Saint player, and they was able to grab it. But same thing here. If that ball don't touch the ground, it's live.
That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Tallahassee 7, Carolina nothing. And the Pride are driving. Plenty of turnovers in this game, but still a close one so far. On 2nd and 11, Eniola plows through one and then is flattened.
Ouch.
Sir Chappelle with the hit. Lays down Eniola, but not before he can pick up 5.
Chappelle.
Third and 6, Tallahassee coming into the game was 50% on 3rd down. Carolina's defense only giving up 45% here. Let's see who makes it count here with 10.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Christensen firing down the seam, caught all the way down to the 5-yard line. Duke Wilson hauls it in for his first catch of the day.
Yeah, 28 yards there on that post route. A deep post pattern there, as you'll see him coming over in the minute, though. Right there, just gets past his corner assignment, then finds a way to get on the inside of the safety's zone there, and that's why that man is dangerous.
First and goal, handoff, Eniola won't get there. They're going to bring him down at the goal line.
Yeah, that was just short. Oh, man, that was a great effort, though, by Eniola just to get that close. Now it puts up a perfect position. 2nd and goal. Carolina's got to make some kind of stop here.
2nd and goal, 9:35 left to play here in the second from the goal line. It'll all be down to the big men here for Carolina. Christopher Colon, the only defensive contracted player in the front line. Here is the handoff to Eniola. He waltzes in across the right side. Tallahassee increases their lead by 6.
Yeah, Eniola just showing he's dangerous. He takes the handoff. He just real patient, just watches the defense, reads it, finds an opening all the way out to the outside there, just swung it out and found the end zone. No problem. They're up 13-0 now.
So Tallahassee will try and add the extra point. The kick is on the way and good, and we will step aside and be right back on the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Carolina's offense will take back over here. New set of downs at the 27. 9:18 left to play here in the second quarter. Offense was doing some work on the last drive before they threw the interception from Biddix. Throwing again here on 1st down. They will find Diesi Sace, and that is good for 2.
Yeah, Biddix is, I think, going to have to spread the ball around a little more. It's been Francis and Diesi Sace. That's really been it for the offense so far. Biddix just, he needs to try and work the ball around, shift Tallahassee's defense around to where he can find some openings for them. But they can definitely come back, no problem.
Well, there's plenty of space on the top of your screen there. Biddix to throw. Hit as he threw, and he gets that one away. It was a lot of pressure coming from Hunter Norwood right up the middle.
And Hunter Norwood is the league-leading sack master. He has got 17.5. He almost had 18.5 there with that one.
3rd and 8. Down by 14. Carolina trying to continue a drive. Still space at the top of the screen for whoever is up there. Biddix to throw. He's going to go that way, and it's batted away. Incomplete. not really the route you were looking for with that much space. He pretty much needed a 7-yard out, and he would have had the first down.
Yeah, definitely could have done that. Maybe a slant route or a stop route would have been good. Maybe even if he had time, a stop and go might have beat him over the top. But Tallahassee's pretty much just not really afraid of Carolina right now.
Momentum all in the way of Carolina. We talked earlier about how Tallahassee had a scare from Atlanta last week, which threatened their perfect season, and now Carolina is struggling to threaten it here in the final game of the year, down by 14, and they just gave the ball back to Tallahassee, whose offense, besides the interception, really has done what they wanted.
Yeah, it definitely has. In the Atlanta game, I think Tallahassee had to come back and win it with a game-winning field goal at the last. But in this one, things are going their way. They're getting the turnovers. They're moving the ball well. Really haven't had a whole lot of blemishes so far.
3 receivers split out for Christensen, who will throw. Fires down the seam. Caught. Duke Wilson, his second catch. I believe it was the same play as earlier.
Yeah, it looks like it. Might have been a medium post route that time. The last one was a deep one. We'll see here. But, yeah, that was more of a medium route there, about a 10 to 15-yard route. But no matter what route Duke Wilson's running, he is dangerous, and so is Ken Gossett, his other side of the field buddy.
Giovanni Bolt had pretty solid coverage, but was unable to make a play on the ball. And with 8 minutes left here in the second frame of action, Tallahassee has already broken onto the Carolina side of the field. Christensen will change the play at the line, head back down under center, and hand off to Eniola, who will pick up 2 before being shoved down at the 43.
Yeah, pretty much the possession for Tallahassee, they've only had, I think, thinking offhand, maybe three or four plays from their own territory, but they seem mostly to be engaged in Carolina's half of the football field.
Handoff on 2nd and 9. Eniola has the edge. Will keep fighting and find his way to the 33. Another first down run, picking up 10.
I think he was just safely trying to get the first down there. He looked like he could have had a wider run there and could have bounced it to the outside because Wilson made a good block. But he decided to cut it inside and get it past the marker for the first.
Did run into the referee there at the end of the play. That might have stunted his movement a little bit. Either way, 1st and 10 from the 33. 4 receivers are going to get split out. Carolina only has 5 in the box. Christensen to throw. Wants the corner route, and it is tipped and incomplete. Good coverage there from Pierre Luyindala, who has been playing lights out for Carolina on that side of the field.
Yeah, it was a great play by him. As we talked about before the game, Christensen doesn't need to force it, and it looked like he tried to force one to Gossett there. And he definitely could have made a mistake there.
2nd and 10 from the 33. 6:53 left to play in the second. Carolina with the 4-3 will shift to the right side and show blitz. They will bring it. Eniola is crushed at the line. It'll bring up 3rd and 10, a huge hit.
Oh, who's that big linebacker? 52.
52 is Matt Campbell, the inside linebacker, non-contracted player trying to play for his spot in season 11.
He crunched Eniola like he was an empty Coke can.
3rd and 10. Needing the full yardage for a first down. Christensen wants the corner route. Got it! Duke Wilson, touchdown, Tallahassee!
Oh, man, that's how they beat everybody this season. Wilson beats his man. He made the cornerback made a great attempt at the ball, just couldn't quite reach it, and Wilson took it to the house for another 6.
Needed to be about 1 yard deeper in order to make the play on that ball. Couldn't quite make it happen, and Tallahassee increases their lead to 20 with an extra point pending.
Or about another half foot tall or something.
Snapback kick on the way is good. We'll step aside again and be right back on the SFL, brought to you by APM Music.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action, here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
So Carolina will bring the offense back out to the 29, where they will set up shop again. New set of downs, new chance at trying to climb back into this game. Only down by 21, not necessarily the end of this one, but not the start to the game they were looking for.
No, not exactly. They still got like 28 minutes of game time, but they're yet to get into Tallahassee territory. They need to start finding something.
Well, here's a little bit of something. Right up the middle, A.J. Francis is good for 7 on first down.
Yeah, that's what I think they've been needing. They need A.J. Francis to get those big gains up the middle like that. Make some good blocks for him, because he could definitely do the work.
That brings up 2nd and short, a playmaker's favorite down and distance, because it means that you can kind of take a shot here if you'd like. Carolina will instead hand off to Francis off the right side. Francis fights through one, picks up the first down to the 45, and James Klein at the top of the sideline is loving it.
Yeah, that's what Francis has been doing all season. He's basically just been running over people, running through people, running by people. It's just he's been doing the workload, and that's why he's got well over 1,600 yards this season.
Well, and the thing with Tallahassee, once you get past that front 4, there's no one until the secondary. And with the way that they run their safeties and corners, most of the time the 3 of them are dropping as deep as they can get them. Francis here on the right side will pick up another 3 on the swing pass. Michael Sprouse is the one who makes the play.
Yeah, good play by Sprouse that time to cover Francis on the swing route there. But yeah, like he was talking about, yeah, dropping those safeties back, you would think it's a big weakness, and it is a weakness on like some of your slants and some of your ins and out routes. So there is weaknesses on Tallahassee's defense. You just had to find them.
Biddix under pressure, flings one near sideline. They're going to say that's incomplete. It was almost a great interception. He did end up hauling it in, but they're going to say that the feet were out of bounds. This one was close.
Yeah, Biddix had to rush that when he was just about to be sandwiched, and at least he got it so far out of bounds that the defender could not make the pick.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Sprouse to haul it in, but was unable to get the feet down. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 here. Split backs for Biddix. Under pressure, hit as he threw. It is caught by a lineman. What did I just witness?
I have no idea what just happened. Maybe a fumble there or something. I don't know.
I believe it was ruled a fumble. The lineman picked it up, thought the play was blown dead, and then was crushed by Tallahassee, who knew that the ball was live.
Oh man, that was, man, we've already seen 2 very crazy plays in this game. It's not even the end of the first half yet.
Carolina punts back to Tallahassee, and they will get stood up and dropped at the 20. They will start out at their own 20-yard line, and the fans here in Tallahassee are loving it. Up by 21 with a playoff game coming here. Home playoff advantage throughout the SFL playoffs, which have a new format this season.
Yeah, it's definitely a very good format. I don't know it specifically, but adding the wild cards and having everything like that is definitely going to help out the league in itself as it continues to grow.
Handoff up the middle for Connolly is good for 6. Nice carry by him. Tallahassee will go hurry-up mode, but since you asked, Justin, and if you don't know, I'll give you the playoff format. It's going to be 8 teams in the bracket. They are taking 10, and there will be 2 wild card games. Those will take place on the front page of Twitch this Wednesday, as Tallahassee has picked up the first down. So teams 8 through 10 will play 2 games on Twitch on Wednesday night. The two teams that win those games will have their spot in the 8-team bracket. Tallahassee now to the 34, making it 2nd and 8. Christensen fires on the corner route. Gossett gets out of bounds. Tallahassee still going to go hurry up, really trying to take it to this Carolina defense. Another handoff, Eniola, first down to the 44, and it looks like they'll huddle up.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice little series there. They just chipped away at the yardage there as Tallahassee is just seemingly to be unstoppable as Carolina just cannot find an answer.
4 receivers split out now. 4 men on the line for Carolina. Christensen in the gun with Eniola to his right. He will throw. Stand at the pocket, wants the corner route going long. Luyindala is not having it again. He has been reading that corner route all day.
Nah, it's not a route that Christensen's going to complete in this game, not without an interception if this keeps up.
Well, Duke Wilson on the other end of the field was the one who had the touchdown on the corner route on the last drive, but it seems like whenever they are going to Ken Gossett on that side of the field, Ulindala has him locked down.
Yeah, Ulindala definitely has his number so far.
Christensen fires into traffic. Gossett got that one. It was a dangerous throw. I thought it was going to get picked off.
Yeah, I did too. I thought the linebacker was there. He looked like he was attempting the catch and just couldn't. Just got undercut. Yeah, that's what it was. He was trying to make it.
Strong hands from Gossett, hauls it in, and that'll bring up 3rd and 3. 2:19 left to go here. This is the SFL on YouTube, brought to you by APM Music. Andy Hamilton, Justin McCormick on the call here for this pivotal Week 12 action. The swing out to Eniola, crushed! Greg Reedy says no, and it's 4th and 2. Tallahassee will punt.
Oh, man, what a hit. Carolina needs to just keep it up. That was a nice little defensive series for them.
That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Tallahassee leads 21-0 over Carolina with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Skyhawks get the ball back when we return. And just like that, we're back. The SFL on YouTube, brought to you by APM Music. Tallahassee on the quest for perfection, needs a win today. Carolina trying to play spoiler and get their 4th win. Tallahassee in the lead here. They will give the ball back, to Carolina at the 16-yard line. Mark Strike on the return.
Yeah, and Andy, I believe is the first punt that Tallahassee's had to do. So if you want to look at any kind of blemish, there it is. But other than the interception earlier by Christensen,
4 drives, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, or 5 drives. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, now 1 punt for the Tallahassee Pride. On the Carolina side of the ball, it's been turnovers and punts all day, but here goes A.J. Francis, who picks up 9 on first down to the 25.
Yeah, they've still got a 1:40, so they can do this run game for a little bit longer. They got all 3 timeouts, so they can keep A.J. Francis on the run game for a little bit, but they're going to have to try and get a little deeper routes if they want to try and score here.
Heavy set. They threw a swing pass out of this earlier in the contest. Biddix to throw. He will check it out to Francis. He has the first down and some more, finding his way to the 34, and now Carolina will go hurry up. Not necessarily the formation you'd like to get caught in the hurry up out of.
Right.
Swinging it out to Francis with blockers. Francis finds the edge. First down play to the 46. Carolina's going to run it again.
Yeah, that was a nice little screen pass set up there, but they should have got out of bounds there if they could have.
Well, they have the timeouts they can take if they want it. Biddix checks down. Francis stood up at the line here, and that probably should be a timeout and will. So not terrible. It was almost reading the situation and realizing, if you can pick up 7 or 8 yards, maybe it's worth it.
Yeah, the only problem is, though, they kind of wasted, about 7-8 seconds or so on that, and then still had to call timeout and didn't get nowhere on that one. So every second counts in situations like this, though.
4 receivers split out now. Still a 4-3 look out of Tallahassee. Showing some blitz. They will back out of it and only bring 4. Quick throw over the middle. That one is tipped and complete. Not to the intended receiver. It's still hauled in. A huge catch, and Carolina moves the ball for 8 yards. Biddix fires again. That one is incomplete, and I think we want to go back to the play from beforehand. I doubt they're going to show us a replay, but it was hauled in, I believe, by number 84, Bob Klein, the receiver for Carolina. It was intended for Tristan Diaz-Cease.
It looked like 81 to me, but I might have been seeing it wrong. But yeah, it was tipped, and then somehow the receiver got a hold of that. But sadly, that miracle play, and we're back to a punting situation here.
Carolina on 4th and 2 will kick, try and pin Tallahassee deep, and hope for a turnover. This one will bounce at the 9, bounce at the 4, bounce at the 2, the 1, and go down at the Tallahassee 2. A nice punt and play by Carolina special teams with 20 seconds left here in the half.
Yeah, now we'll see if the Pride will actually take it and just run it, or if they're going to bomb it. I've seen Tallahassee backed up like this, and they've taken people out like this.
1st and 10. One play would pretty much put the game away if it is brought down in bounds or a handoff. Eniola stuffed. He's down. They got him back to the goal line. Not going to be a safety there. Almost was, but that will probably let the clock run out. If I were Carolina, I'd take a timeout. Why not? You just had a good play.
I would, get that safety, but hey, I'm not the coach.
That'll take us to the halftime break. Tallahassee up 21-0 when we return to the Lions' Den here in Florida. The I-95 rivalry here at the Lions' Den. The SFL brought to you by APM Music. Justin, you know how I was doing at the half?
What's that?
I was checking out ScoreStream, the SFL's live scoring update app. In the other game that went to the half, Chicago down to Sioux Falls, 17-3 at the halftime break. We're back from here as Tallahassee will get the ball coming out of the halftime break here, and they will start their drive at the 28. It was all Pride in the first half of the game, leading the way 21-0. Carolina trying to flip the momentum here in the second half.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to figure out what part of their game plan didn't work, and they're going to have to try and see what's going to be the factor that's going to help them get back into this football game. Like you said earlier, they're only down 21-0, so there's still plenty of time.
Three receivers split out. Christensen will give to Eniola on first down. He will pick up 4, and Tallahassee has a nice play on first down.
Yeah, going with the nice little safe handoff there to Eniola, and Carolina has got the defense to be able to stop these guys, especially on the run, but we're going to see what each down does for them.
On the last few drives were really when Carolina's defense started to figure out what Tallahassee was doing. Connolly shut down. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. It'll be interesting here. If Carolina can get off the field, the momentum, I would say, would be swinging their way a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely can. Definitely can swing wide open for them. They just need to make a stop here, and then once their offense is back on the field, that definitely helps out.
Three receivers split out. Carolina playing way off of the line to gain. Christensen firing down the field. Caught! Nice grab there. I believe that is the non-contract receiver, number 17, Trevor Swain, who had the incredible butt catch earlier, who hauls that one in right in front of a defender.
Oh, so we have a butt catch now. Okay. Week 12 shenanigans, guys.
Greg Reedy was the one on defense trying to make a play on that one. Swain jumps in front and takes it away. Mark Biddix was saying in the chat, if Carolina wants to win, they're going to have to drink some snake potion and walk on water. And Trevor Swain was able to walk right in front of Greg Reedy and take that one across the first down marker for the Pride. This one a handoff to Eniola, who will pick up a yard before being shut down. Nice defensive play there for Carolina, coming out of Phil Hall, the outside linebacker.
And like I talked about with you earlier before the game, Carolina's pass defense hadn't exactly been the best, giving up 3,101 yards passing against before this game, but their run defense seems to be pretty solid right now.
Flipping it out, that one's incomplete. He was trying to fire a quick one to Gossett, and Jay Bolt said, not today.
Well, apparently Bolt was insulted what I just said.
Yeah, you know, they listen to what we say in the booth. Haven't you ever heard of a... someone jinxed a quarterback the other day into an injury. The broadcast team was talking about that, so they're listening to what we're saying on the field. I have no idea how, but they are.
Hashtag broadcaster curse is real.
Well, let's see what the Carolina defense can do here on 3rd and 9. Trying to get off the field. Tallahassee not yet in field goal range, clinging to that 21-point lead that they accumulated in the first half. Christensen in the gun will throw. Out route caught, and falling down is Ken Gossett at the 41. It'd be a 57-yard field goal attempt from here. My guess, Justin, I think they're going to punt it.
Yeah, probably will. Duke Wilson actually was the guy that made the catch there, but definitely was a nice little safe play. But you know, Tallahassee doesn't need to let off the gas, or they'll let Carolina back into this.
Punt is away. The Skyhawks will let it bounce at the 6-yard line, let it bounce at the 3, the 2, the 1, and it'll be downed in the end zone. Wow, that was close. And Carolina's going to get the ball at the 20.
Oh, it just barely broke the plane, it looks like, from my angle.
Man, we're going to need some pylon cam here in the SFL, because that was close.
Yeah, that was very close.
Four receivers split out for Mark Biddix. Tallahassee looks to be playing some type of bump defense. Francis, the lone man in the backfield, they'll give it to him. He has a little bit of room and fights forward for 4. Nice carry on first down. Francis has come alive in these last 2 drives for the Skyhawks, and I think that's the right move.
Yeah, they definitely want to give it to the guy that's brought them here. You know, he's, again, the leading rusher in this league. You do not want to walk away from the weapons that get you here.
Another 4 receivers set. Biddix under pressure, tries a spin move, and he spins right into the open arms of Kevin Bain.
Oh, man, Bain just had his number from the start. Watch this. He penetrates, And then Biddix just tried to get away from the other pressure on the other side and didn't see Bain.
It was Taekwon Hale who led the pressure, and right here fittingly in the arms of the Shadows, Bain makes the play in the darkness and forces Carolina into a 3rd and long. It's a Batman reference for those of you who are a little bit slower. Mark Biddix to throw on 3rd and 12, firing down the field. It's incomplete.
And just for a note there, that's the 58th sack for this front line in this season thus far.
So Tallahassee's defense gets off the field. They were targeting Jalen Miller, a strong receiver for Carolina coming over from Sioux Falls last offseason. And Miller was covered like a blanket over you while you're sleeping. And Tallahassee will take over on their own 48.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad little pass play from Biddix there. If he would have hit his man, he could have been gone very easily, and that would have definitely swung the momentum back in Carolina's favor.
Still plenty of time in this contest. 7:27 left to go in the 3rd. Tallahassee only up by 21. 3 receivers split out. Eniola in the backfield with Connolly. They'll give it to him on a delay. Eniola is stood up and dropped after a gain of 3. That'll bring his average to 3.4 yards per carry.
And the only reason it is so low is because Carolina's defense has actually done quite well on the 1st and 2nd levels to try to contain Eniola.
Giving up 106 yards per game on the ground. The number 13 defense in the SFL has trouble with the pass. 2nd and 7. Christensen fires a short throw. It is caught, hauled in, and extended to the 43, and that is where Tallahassee will now face a 3rd and 1. Jason Stackhouse was the man with the catch.
Yeah, and a number of things they could do here. Christensen could give it to either Conley or Eniola, or he could hit like a crossing in or out route. Either way, it's a dangerous setup for Carolina.
Hand off there, and Tallahassee picks up the 1st down with relative ease to the 41.
Yeah, a little safe call there. Gave it to Eniola, and he was able to get there. Got maybe about 2 or 3 yards there for the 1st.
6 minutes left to go here in the 3rd and counting. You see the information for the SFL's convention coming up on July 13th at the bottom of the screen. Make sure if you are in the Texas area or are interested in meeting some fellow SFL people, come on down to Las Colinas, Texas, where we'll have the convention. The information is in our Discord channel.
Hey.
2nd and 6 from the 37. There's a look at Duke Wilson's numbers heading into this 2nd and 6 play from the 37. 5.5 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Christensen looking to fire, wants the corner route on the near side. It's incomplete. Luyindala, another great coverage play. Gossett couldn't haul it in.
He is all over Gossett so far. That's the 3rd time he's made a huge play. Obviously, he's got some words for Gossett there. But, man, he's definitely trying to fire up his Carolina teammates.
3rd and 6. On the edge of field goal range, Christensen fires. That one is incomplete. Gossett bobbled it. Had the step on Luyindala, but could not pull it in. It's 4th and 6, and from here, it would be a 53-yarder.
Man, that's something you don't see often. You don't see Gossett drop one, but maybe Luyindala, is in his head a little bit.
So Tallahassee will punt to Carolina, considering that the 53-yarder is just a bit outside of a non-contract's range, and the Carolina defense gets another stop. Punt is away, angled to the near sideline. It'll bounce at the 7. Bounce down, and it'll be down at the Carolina 3, and this spells trouble for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, they're going to have to watch it here. Of course, they've got A.J. Francis. Francis could easily get him out of this end zone, no problem. So I would expect them to hand it off to him here. So we'll see what the defense does in preparation for this.
Well, the chat is talking a lot about why the Skyhawks are passing so much, and right after this play, I'm going to break down a little bit as to why they might be throwing the ball so much in this contest, because there seems to be a lot of confusion. Francis on first down shakes 1 tackle and picks up 4. Really, Justin, I think what we're seeing here is not only that A.J. Francis is not getting a lot of carries, the reasoning, could be a variety of things. It could be that there's not enough run plays in the playbook that work well in today's contest. Another thing could be the run-to-pass ratio could be off, as well as the fact that you're down now 21-0 trying to get back into this contest. There's a lot of things that play into this, as A.J. Francis takes another carry now, and it will lose a yard there. It was Alex Bond who read it the whole way, but it's not necessarily anything to blame on anyone in particular. Sometimes in some games you just throw the ball more than you pass it. It's natural.
Yeah, a lot of times you walk into a game with a game plan, and the game plan or factors that are out of your control can change what you have to do on the field.
Biddix is sacked, and that is going to be a safety. Hunter Norwood was the one who got to him, and Norwood puts 2 points on the board for the Pride.
Oh, and he's showing the league why he is the top guy. Powers through his assignment and puts Biddix on the colored ground. That's 2 points, and Carolina has to give the ball back.
Not what you want if you are a Skyhawks fan, but you can say that the offense did score.
Yeah, just not for the other team. That's not how that works.
Hey, points on the board for one of the teams. 23-0 now. Tallahassee gets the ball back with really good field position. A nice return to the 42.
Well, football is a very big on field position. A lot of sports are big on field position, but American football, when you win the field position game, it puts you in better chances to win. And Tallahassee's been winning field position all day long.
1st and 10 from the 42. Handoff up the gut. Eniola will pick up 7. Nice carry there by him. That'll set up Tallahassee with 2nd and short.
Yeah, Eniola getting these safe handoffs. Almost got tripped up there as the line, and the 2 linemen there fell down right in front of him. He was able to hurdle over them, but yeah, Tallahassee can pretty much play a little safer football, and they need to. They don't need to make any huge mistakes here.
2 backs in the backfield. They'll give to Eniola. He is able to fight through 1 tackle and fights his way to the 47. Move those chains. The Pride have another 1st down.
Yeah, if he didn't break that tackle, that would have been a stupendous shift there for Carolina. But Eniola, he's a runner, and he has broken a number of tackles. I've seen it myself personally.
4-3 look out of Carolina. Hand off to Eniola. He will pick up 2. Short run is brought down by Christopher Colon, the defensive tackle.
And Cologne's pretty much been everywhere. He's trying to also help put his team back into this. He's made some good key stops here. Another one there.
2nd and 8 from the 45. 2:45 left to play in the 3rd frame of this contest. Christensen to throw, wants the corner route going down the field, taken away. Greg Reedy down the far sideline has the turnover.
Yeah, Christensen shouldn't have tried to force it. I saw where he was going with it, but Reedy was under the receiver. Christensen either didn't get enough air on it or something, but Reedy was in a perfect position there.
Still a 3-possession ball game. You're going to add some 2-point conversions there if you want to keep it to 3, but also still plenty of time in this game for Carolina, who now starts with pretty good field position from their own 41. Biddix, quick drop, quick throw. Tristan D.A.C. Sace fights the 44, and that is one of the best plays for the Skyhawks today.
Oh, yeah, that definitely was a beautiful one. Nice little quick passes like that are bread and butter for me personally. You see he catches it, and then he makes this nice little shimmy move. Makes Bond, I believe that was Bond, made Bond miss.
Alex Bond, your mom has called, and your socks are still on the field.
Need to get those picked up, son.
Yeah. Heavy set out of Carolina. They've been known to swing in this formation. It either works or gets stuffed at the line. Let's see what happens here on 1st and 10. Francis with some room and a blocker. Down the near sideline, he'll pick up 6. Nice pitch and catch by A.J. Francis. Moves the ball to the 38, and Carolina is knocking on the door of field goal range.
Yeah, it's definitely, they need to definitely get some kind of score here. They're still in this by far with a whole nother quarter to go.
Shotgun look, Francis to the right. Biddix will change the play at the line. 4 down linemen for Tallahassee will swing to the right. The throw is complete to D.S.E. Sace, who picks up another 2, making it 3rd and short.
Yeah, it's been Big D today. He's been making highlight plays left and right for the Skyhawks, and he's keeping his team in as best he can.
3rd and 2. Where do you go here? It looks like it might be another swing if I had to make a prediction. Get a little Tony Romo on. Biddix fires it out. Francis has the first down and more. Down the near sideline to the 29, and Carolina now is in field goal range.
Yeah, you was right on that one. I actually would have preferred a run up the middle on that formation, but that's just me. That's my personal preference. But again, great call there.
4 receivers split out. A.J. Francis in the backfield. Mark Biddix fires. That one is caught. Nice crossing route. Good timing as Jalen Miller makes his first catch of the day.
I believe they actually called that one incomplete.
I don't know about that one. Maybe pick that red hanky out of your back pocket. He looked inbounds to me.
Yeah, it looked like it did, but the refs didn't see it that way. So who knows?
2nd and 10. No harm, no foul. Even heavier formation as they pull the receiver in on this one. Tallahassee is a little bit confused. It's a handoff up the gut to Francis. He picks up nothing.
No, that was Norwood. Norwood wasn't confused at all.
Norwood nor any yards on that play. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 with 30 seconds left to go here in the 3rd. And now Biddix will spread him out. 4 receivers split out, ready to go. Biddix stands in the pocket. Late blitzer. The throw is caught. Jalen Miller that time definitely got the feet inbounds. Good for 4. And from the Tallahassee 25, Carolina will most likely attempt a field goal.
Yeah, at least they're going to get a chance at some points here. So that's a start. But, you know, they would have really liked to have been in the end zone there. But, you know, any points is better than no points.
So they will line up for this field goal attempt. It'll be about a 41-yarder. As time expires in the 3rd, the kick is off of the boot, and he punches it through from 42. Carolina's on the board. Right at the end of the 3rd quarter, Carolina adds 3 points, 23-3. Carolina trying to stay put in this one and not let Tallahassee run away with it. We have a whole 4th quarter coming for you. Stick with us on the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music. "11 minutes on the clock. The kick is away. The Pride will return this one out across the 25 to the 31. Make sure if you are keeping track of SFL action today and are excited for the playoffs, you're checking out ScoreStream, the live scoring partner of the SFL. All the SFL scores and action will be on ScoreStream Live, where you can cheer for your favorite team as well as keep track of what's going on in other SFL action. Speaking of other SFL action, the Sioux Falls Sparrows lead the Chicago Wildcats 24-10 in that game, which just headed to the fourth quarter. And Yola will pick up 3 on first down as Tallahassee will try and put this one to bed and kill the comeback from Carolina.
Yeah, so glad you actually said the score. I was about to ask you how the other game was doing.
Yep. Sioux Falls is leading, and if you want to keep track of the other game, check out ScoreStream. 2nd and 7. They will give up the gut to Connolly, and Caleb Connolly is an inch shy of the first down marker. They'll mark him down at the 40.
Yeah, you don't see a whole lot of fullback runs out of Tallahassee. They usually go with Yola in the run options. Usually Conley's more of a pass target, but a great run by him.
3rd and short, 3-2 defense as Christensen has spread him out. Quick throw, that one is hauled in and caught there. That one was Swain again. He's been making some big plays when they need him, that non-contract receiver out of Tallahassee.
Boy, if they give that man a contract, what would this team be like next season?
Dangerous is the correct answer. Let's talk about owners for these two teams. Tallahassee's Frank Gooden, 47 and 26 over the course of his career. 2nd most wins in SFL history. James Klein, on the other hand, down at near the lower end of the total, 17 and 42 all time. But then we would not be reminiscent if we don't talk about Frank Gooden's playoff record heading into the playoffs. 2 and 4 all time. Trying to improve that this season. He'll have the home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, Tallahassee looks strong here in the season, but you know, in the playoffs become a whole different game. It's win or go home.
4 down linemen, handoff, and Eniola is shut down. That'll make it 3rd and 4. A nice open field play there by Christopher Colon.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Colon's been all over the field. He's definitely keeping the Skyhawks in this game so far.
On Carolina's side of the field, but not yet in field goal range. The Skyhawks would love to get off the field here on 3rd and 4. 4 receivers split out. Wilson is the man at the bottom of the screen working on Reedy. Christensen fires. Shut down. Pierre Luyindala makes another play, and that'll bring up 4th and 4. The Skyhawks get off the field.
He has definitely got Ken Gossett's number. I mean, he must have went to the concession stands and borrowed a jersey because he's been all over him today.
4th and 4 from the 43. And Carolina will take the ball back here, almost getting to the punt. Instead, it's going to bounce at the 10, bounce at the 4, bounce at the 3, the 2, and now Carolina's in dangerous range again. This their worst field position of the game, as the Tallahassee special teams have done very well.
Yeah, speaking of special teams, we definitely have had some very interesting special teams play, especially this week. I saw the OKC St. Louis game, and sadly for me, St. Louis didn't quite make it, but he had a blocked punt inside the red zone, was caught and downed at the 5. It was an amazing play.
Vidics, quick throw, that gets him out of pressure. Jesse Sace, the man who pulls the ball 10 yards to the 12 and a new set of downs. No, excuse me, that's Mark Strike with his first catch of the day. It was just a quick slant route. We were talking about that earlier, Justin. That play has been working really well for him.
It really has, Andy. It's been a play that they need to look at for next season. It definitely can really tear up a defense.
Hand off here to Francis. Francis up the middle, almost broke free. He'll pick up 8. A nice carry from A.J. Francis.
He got 8 out of yards that he shouldn't have got. He got caught at the line, shook it, and went 8 more yards. That's just been the story of his season.
Now making it out to the 20-yard line. They're going to go with the same formation again. Tallahassee, I kid you not, has 9 players in the box. Handoff, Francis up the middle, pushes off one, picks up the first down. They're gaining minimal yards with that formation. I don't know why they keep going back to it. It's a little late here. You're already down to 7 minutes in the fourth.
Right, and they should have been doing this early, but I guess the turnovers and stuff early in the game really kind of shook them out of their playbook there.
Handoff, Francis up the middle, room. Will pick up 7 to the 30-yard line. Down by 20 points. That's 3 possessions. 3 touchdowns would be the way to get on top of that, all with the extra points, of course. So still not out of it, but you got to start hurrying up here.
But you don't think they're kind of sitting on it right now, do you? They shouldn't be giving up right now. Do you believe they are or no?
At 3-8, you're out of the playoffs. You're only really here to ruin Tallahassee's 12-0 run, but you got nothing to lose. Oh. The thing you do have to lose is another 7 or 8 yards there. Tyquan Hale gets the sack, his first of the game. He had a pressure earlier, which resulted in a sack, but finally adds one to his own stat sheet. Nice inside move.
That should be 60 sacks on the season for this front line, if I'm doing my math right.
I believe that is correct.
Man, that's a lot of sacks.
Sounds like a grocery store. 5 receivers split out for Biddix, who has pressure. He will throw a wide open man down the right sideline. I believe it's Jalen Miller to the 37, and the Skyhawks have their most productive play of the game.
Yeah, really hadn't said a whole lot of Jalen Miller's name today, but he has been there when he's needed to be on this one. That line just about broke down, but it was a beautiful little read.
Well, and I'll be honest, I would have ran hurry up right there. You got caught earlier in a swing pass hurry up play, but why not run him to the line and run that one again? Clearly it works.
It did.
3 receivers split out now as we close in on 5.5 minutes to play. Carolina now on the Tallahassee side of the field trying to get back into this one. Biddix to throw, stands in the pocket, delivers, and it is caught by Mark Strike here for 5. Or excuse me, that's Miller again. All these receivers are wearing similar numbers, 12, 13, 16. On the other side of the ball, I got 14 and 84. It's hard to see in quick action. Heavy set out of Carolina here. Francis up the middle, hurdles a man, and picks up 3. Unable to pick up the first down. 3rd and short here, and now they're going hurry up. Tallahassee trying to hurry extra men into the box. Biddix waiting. Now is going to try and do the hard count on 3rd and 1. He'll snap it, handoff. Francis has the first down and a little bit more, finding his way to the 24. Well within field goal range, and they're going to hurry up again, and now they're caught in a bad formation.
Should have been doing this earlier in the game.
Not in this formation, although here goes Francis up the middle, and he finds his way to the 12.
Should have been doing this since the first quarter. I mean, look at this. A.J. Francis just picking up the yardage here on a good 12-yard gain there.
Terry Severt was injured on the play. Not 100% sure which team he belongs to. Sure someone will claim him in the chat. 3 receivers split out here. Biddix in the shotgun with 2. 4 men on the line. Tallahassee will only rush 4. Biddix, corner route, fires, incomplete.
Ooh, nearly picked off.
Yeah, it was a corner route, but the throw was made about 5 to 6 yards in from the corner of the end zone. You'd want to throw that one further back.
Yeah, you definitely, on routes like that in the end zone, you want to aim for like the far corners. That way your receiver's got a better chance at it than the defender.
5 receivers split out for Biddix in the shotgun. This is the play they had the big throw to Miller, to Miller on. Firing, end zone, tipped, incomplete. 3rd and 10.
Okay, got a question for you. Okay, the run, they went to the run throughout the previous parts of this drive. Why not go back to it? But now it's 3rd and long. It's a little late for this, but I mean, why walk away from what got you here?
Yeah, Kenny Stokes was the one who made the play on the ball. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 12, so they can pick up the first down without getting into the end zone, but it's going to be real tight. 4:16, the clock is frozen there. 5 receivers split out for Biddix again.
They need a slant right here. Quick slant would get it.
Yeah, a lot of space there in the middle of the field. Biddix will drop. Pressure coming. He is sacked. There is a flag on the play, but I think it's for a hold. Well, I don't know. Now I'm not so sure. RJ Manley got the sack. Yep, it is for a hold. That will back. Or no, defensive holding. Oh my gosh.
That's a first down then, isn't it?
Will Parker, the free safety, is called for defensive holding. And I believe you're right. I believe that gives the Skyhawks a first down.
Oh, that one of the rare mistakes for this defense. But now Carolina's got some room going.
1st and goal now from the 7. Carolina, new set of downs. Biddix to throw, checks off to Francis with a blocker. Francis to the corner. Touchdown, Carolina!
Oh, that's what they needed. That's definitely going to help them out.
A.J. Francis finds the edge and finds the end zone, and Carolina puts points on the board.
Yeah, what helped out right there was the fact that it was the linebacker was the only one to get there, and the linebacker just was not fast enough to get over there to get Francis. Francis just made enough of a cut there to get the end zone. And
field goal unit is on. Snap, kick is up and through. We'll step aside and be right back on the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music. Follow the SFL on Twitter @SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL. Onside kick is away, and Tallahassee recovers it. The Pride will take over at the 39, starting to cut the ad short. I'll be honest, I did not think Carolina was going to go for the onside kick.
Yeah, they not really sure, but I guess they're still trying to fight for a win here, but they kind of got the deck stacked against them now.
1st and 10 from the 39 for Tallahassee. Handoff to Eniola off the right side, and he will pick up 5. Still outside of field goal range from right here. It would be a 50-yarder, so Carolina just kind of needs a stop here. Can't give up the first down, and if you don't, you're still back in it.
Yeah, Carolina still has a shot for some big plays to be able to get this lead even. Like you said, 2 scores, they can definitely take a 1-point lead late in the game.
4-3 look. Tallahassee milking all of the time they can off this clock. Handoff, Eniola stood up and dropped. That's a nice play there. Carolina now has pushed them back into 3rd and 8. Christopher Colon making the plays.
Yeah, if they can force them back a little bit more, they may force a punt, and that definitely help them. In the OKC St. Louis game, took the lead late in the game, but it just wasn't enough because OKC came back with a field goal and won it. But this could be a very similar scenario here if Skyhawks make a stop.
3rd and 8. Down to 2:44 and ticking on the clock. Handoff up the middle. Connolly, he is shut down at the 34, so now it's decision time. You got a 50-yard field goal, or you can punt it back to Carolina and trust your defense.
The safe play here is going to be the punt. I wouldn't want to give the Skyhawks any more field position what they already got. I mean, it is the 34-yard line. However, you know, if it's too far for the field goal unit, a punt would be a safe bet, and looks like they are punting.
Carolina has all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Actually, the clock is the game clock is ahead of the play clock, so technically this could take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll depend. No, they will punt it. So this is the last play before the 2-minute warning. It will bounce at the 6, bounce at the 2. Wow, Tallahassee special teams is on fire. That will take us to the 2-minute warning. Tallahassee on top 23-10 over the Carolina Skyhawks. Carolina trying to get back into this one, but they're going to have to start this drive from their own 4.
Yeah, it's the uphill battle. Let's see what they do here. They've already given up a safety in this game.
Biddix to throw. Caught there. Nice grab and out of bounds. Stops the clock. Tristan Diacy-Sace makes his 6th catch of the game and gives him a little breathing room out to the 11.
I'm going to start calling that man Dice, but that man is not random like a Dice is, but he's consistently been a great target for Biddix today.
So it'll make it 2nd and 3 from the 11. Carolina still down by 13. Going to need to find their way to the end zone twice. Biddix looking to throw, checks this one down to Francis on the left side. He is a yard shy, and now they'll go hurry-up mode. Still all 3 timeouts for Carolina, but they got to score, I would say, within the next minute if they want to get back into this one. They're also going to need the onside. Biddix to throw here. Jalen Miller hauls it in. He falls down, though, in bounds, which will keep the clock rolling. Biddix pressured, throws, middle of the field, caught there. First down grab by Miller, who's coming alive here as of late. They're going to have to use a timeout soon. They're just taking too much time. Miller, another grab, and he can't get to the sideline, only picking up 4, and now we're under 60 seconds to go here in the 4th. Carolina will fall to 3-9. Tallahassee will improve to 12-0, barring the insane here, as A.J. Francis is tackled inbounds. They'll bring up 3rd and 4. Justin, talk to me a little bit about what 12-0 means for Tallahassee heading into the playoffs.
Well, the only other team to do it, like I said earlier, was the Louisville Wolfpack back in season 7. They lost in the championship game, and like you touched earlier, Tallahassee's playoff record hasn't been the best thing in the world. They need to just take a look at where they've had success all season and where their close games have been, and trying to analyze what strategies they need to do walking into the playoffs to ensure victories.
Biddix to throw on 4th down. He's crunched, and what a way to end the game for Tallahassee. A group sack combining as Tyquan Hale and Kevin Bain, the 2 defensive ends, meet in the backfield. Put down Mark Biddix, and the ball is given back to the Pride.
Yeah, and that's going to pretty much do it. They're just going to use their timeouts. But yeah, walking into the playoffs with a 12-0 record is not going to guarantee the Pride a championship, but it does show everybody around the league that they are a very, very tough team to stop.
Carolina will use their timeouts, and not a bad season for Carolina either. 3 wins, 9 losses is nothing to be scoffed at. The team went through some coaching changes in the offseason. James Klein taking over the offense and the head coaching duties, and he has been doing a wonderful job. And for all the Carolina players, there's always season 11. Remember, everyone in this SFL league are free agents after the year. You can either choose to re-sign and stay with your team or head over to the new one. But what we really need is your support throughout the playoffs to make sure that Twitch as well as YouTube and other broadcasting entities see our full force for all of the SFL playoff action. Man, I tell you what, Justin, I am pumped to see some of these SFL playoff games because the playoffs is where it heats up. Things get real in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, it's where some of the teams bring out some of their big game plans. Some of the players that made big plays all season make bigger plays, and some of the guys that might not have had time to be in the spotlight definitely get chances to be in the spotlight in the playoffs. It's all about the team coming together and just being that cohesive unit that they need to be, and the team that does that the best will walk away as season 10 champions in my mind.
Tallahassee improves to their perfect 12-0 season. Frank Gooden, his 48th career victory, improving his percentage to .649. For everyone here at the SFL Network, brought to you by APM Music, I'm Andy Hamilton. Thank you, Justin, for joining me on the color commentary call. We'll see you all on Wednesday for Wild Card Wednesday. Thank you.